Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, in the social room for today's game, Frankston versus Geelong West. Well, it's great to have Geelong West that can field a side, the three sides in this particular weekend. It's great to see them back in. As I can go through the Geelong West side, there's some old names there. Their ex-coach in number 8 in Warren Yates, and a familiar face down here at the Frankston ground is number 24 in Joe Radojevic. And this is Kevin Prendergast welcoming co-commentator Paul Lombard to today's game. Welcome, Paul.
Thanks, Kevin. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a nice drink. Hope it's warmer in there than it is out here.
Right, today's game. Well, we could probably just about sum it down for Frankston that it should be a percentage builder, but I don't think that Geelong West haven't got a bad side put in today, and I think we're going to fight right down. I think Frankston might win the game, but how much they win by, well, that's up to them, I think, Paul.
It's a bit of an unknown quantity, isn't it, with quite a few new players in from the original list at the start of the year, including, as you've said, Radojevic and Yates, and there are 5 other new players in the side as well. And if they've come from the strong Geelong area, we don't know what they're capable of. But of course, we don't know how long they've been training together and teaming together either. I agree with you. I predict a Frankston win, but it'll be very interesting to see how Geelong West settle down.
Yeah, well, as you said, Paul, there's a lot of the boys that are in the Geelong West side. They I believe there's probably about 7 or 8 of them that played in yesterday in their local competition, and under a granted permit from the VFA are allowed to play on their Sunday. So playing on a Saturday and then fronting up on a Sunday in VFA competition is going to be pretty hard, Paul.
Yes. Well, good. Back to the Frankston side, Kevin. Good to see Martin back in the team for them. He's been sorely missed in defence in the last 2 weeks. He's replaced David Dunbar, who unfortunately is having a 3-week holiday courtesy of the tribunal. And also back into the side comes Angry Andrew Cross, replacing Simon Meehan, who's injured.
Right, and out of the Frankston side too is Trevor McLeish, who last I saw was sitting in the rooms, but I've just noticed down there at the moment that he's standing in front of the coach's box. He went into hospital on Friday to have a knee operation. Come out of anaesthetic, not very well boy, but it's great to see him up and about today very quickly, like Friday through to Sunday, and it's great to see him around. So he should be on the track in a couple of weeks and raring to go for Frankston. Also, Peter Geddes is just about over his injury at this particular stage, and I think he'll be back in the side next week. Mark Sinecki played a good game in the 2s and could be under consideration. Well, you got Simon Meehan, who you've already mentioned, is out for probably another 2 weeks with a kick to the knee last week, and he's in doubt for the next couple, but should be back then.
Any news on Jeff Amor, Kevin?
Jeff Amor? No, I haven't heard any news on Jeff Amor, but I believe that he's probably about 4 weeks away from playing. So Jeff, who's standing down in front of us at the moment, having a nice warm pie to keep himself warm. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with you in a little while for the start of the game. Through with Warren Yates, Fabian O'Brien's in there, Cross is in there, and the Geelong West players. Here we go to the start of the day's play. There's the bounce. Saru gets the ball over the top, but it's over the top of the shoulder, and a free kick will go to Warren Yates. There's the handball back to Yates. He's got the ball now, or nearly picked up the ball. He's got it now, looking for leads for the Geelong West players. Comes in, kicks the ball high into this win. Who's there? Geelong West player in Frank, takes a comfortable mark. Goes back now. He's on the half-forward line for Geelong West. Kicks the ball down, and coming out in front, I think, is Joe Radojevic.
That was Crutchfield, that earlier player.
Crutchfield that took the mark and sent the ball down. Joe Radovic's got a lot of experience in VFA football and was in front of the man there coming down against the wind. There's his left foot kick. It's pretty straight too. Who's up there? Geelong West players up there. Still there. Geelong West got it and kicked it through, I think. It's a goal of Geelong West. First one on the board. Here's O'Brien quick now. It's short. It's over to Andrew Cross. And Angry gets on. He plays on immediately. It comes back onto his left foot. Kicks the ball long. Who's there for Frankston? It's no one. It's over everyone's head. It's over to Stevie Hamill in the pocket. Stevie Hamill's been bumped by Scott Bingley and recovered as he kicked the goal he has. And that's a goal there to Steve Hamill to make the scores 1 goal apiece.
Yeah, good goal by Steve. They ran into each other there, Frankston. I thought, hello, here we go. But a great goal there by Stevie Hamill, and pretty important probably that he didn't miss, because I think Bingley really had the run of the ball then. But a goal's the result for Frankston, and that's important. Over the back it goes. Try to knock on by Payne. Pack of players there. Picked up for Frankston quickly by Boland. Boland gets it over to Cross. Cross kicks the ball forward. Down to full forward, Whitfield in position and takes a lovely mark, running the same way the ball beside the attentions of McClare for Geelong West. Now Whitfield's got the ball in a horrible angle, right on front of the Frankston Mitsubishi sign, across the boundary line, hard up against the fence. He now comes in to have his shot. He's going to have a shot, Whitfield. He's going to try a banana kick, I think. Oh, that looks a terrific kick. Yes, it's through for a goal. What a great goal from an impossible angle.
What are you for?
I didn't know what to do. The boundary umpire started to say out of bounds on the full. Geelong West players were nonplussed. Frankston clapped. Great goal, Richard Whitfield. Great start, Frankston.
For Geelong West, which is at McMaster. Yep. McMaster's got the ball now onto his left foot. It's over the top of the pack. Who's there for Frankston? Geelong West, number 16, and who was that? Martin. Crutchfield, it's over to McMaster. McMaster goes bang with his left foot down towards the goal square.
Oh, lovely.
And over the top of the pack is a nice mark there. Play on, he said. Play on, it's handball over there from the Geelong West player. I think it was Wyzak. And Wyzak over to Shea, and Shea says thanks very much, and it's a goal to Geelong West. O'Brien tries to punch it. It's over to McMaster, who handballs it out quickly. It's Steve Hamill who picks up the ball. Goes down there, and Richard Whitfield's in the goal square, and hot treatment there by
Andrew North.
But Richard stands his ground, takes the mark, and he's about 12 metres out from goal on a very slight angle.
A big woolly belt Andrew North had on that occasion. Missed the first time, had a second shot, and missed that time as well. So
here's Richard now, as he always does. Takes plenty of time. Comes in now. Kicks, it's to the left, but I think it's through, and that's a goal to Richard Whitfield.
In Murray Payne. Murray Payne hotly pursued from Winter. Winter's got the ball for Geelong West. Handballs it forward, straight to Frankston. Gilbert got knocked into the fence. Play on the call again. Geelong West get it and kick it forward. Martin, all on his own, will take a mark. Eludes one player and a second. Now a third. Handballs it over the top to Bingley. Bingley's got the link man running through the ground in Hamill. Hamill handballs the ball forward to O'Brien. This is pretty scrappy. Cross has got it. Back to Bingley. Bingley better kick a goal, and he has. That's a nice goal to Frankston by Scott Bingley, and they go on to 4-4-28 Frankston, leading Sandringham 2-3-15.
They took a lot of time in getting the ball down there. There was a lot of fiddling and mucking around there by the Frankston players, but once they got the ball clear, as you can see, they got the running player, the link players going, and it topped off there by Scott Bingley, who kicked that particular goal. And the ball's been picked up there by Yates. Yates looking for somebody. He finds number 35 for Geelong, Redhead, over to Berry. Berry looks down the ground for Radojevic, and Brown is in front, but it's over the back there towards Higgins. Higgins picks up the ball now. He's a left footer, kicks long, and true, or has he?
For a goal.
He has too, well, that's a goal.
It was a terrific goal by Higgins then, on a very, very severe angle, and Frankston made the play early across the centre of the ground, paid the penalty for too much fumbling. Geelong West too good, got the ball down forward, and a lovely goal from Higgins on a very, very acute angle. Bingley handball quickly onto O'Brien. Dummies over straight away to Fabian. He runs around his opponent now, Fabian. Onto a right foot, a lovely kick down to the forward line. All on his own down
lovely.
There is Whitfield. And Richard Whitfield runs in and kicks a goal for Frankston. They now go to 5-7, Frankston. That's 36-37 points, leading Geelong West 3-5-23.
Well, with a Fabian with a quick hands. Quick hands again over to Murray Payne. Murray Payne should go back towards the goal.
It's on for young and old.
And Murray Payne said yes, no, he didn't. He missed it. And
Fabian involved in an incident behind play. Winters had a bit of a punch at Fabian as Fabian got rid of the ball. Fabian came back, threw a couple of lefts and rights himself, and I scored the round even. Anyway, the ball's come out from full back. Redhead's got it now. No, you can go back and have your kick. So Bardell's got it. Looks across and sees Martin on his own at centre half.
Come down from the half back line.
And Martin takes the mark. Pretty loose work by Geelong West here, who've let the game slip away a bit the last few minutes. Frankston's kicked 1-1, and now a chance for Martin to have a shot from the true centre half forward position and possibly kick Frankston's second goal in about 3 minutes.
And Paul Sullingwell, I'm in the right line for it, but the umpire says no, you've got to move around a couple of inches to be in front. Paul likes kicking a goal. Here he comes now, comes in, kicks. Will it carry out? Shepherd nicely there by Richard Whitfield.
That's a lovely goal by Martin. He made the play then, came down from the half-back line, and he's been sorely missed by Frankston the last few games, Kevin, and that sort of play exemplifies how he has been missed. He floated down from the half-back line, made the position in the middle. The ball was propped over to him by Bardell, and he made no mistake and put it through. So Frankston a bit more respectable now, 6-8-44, leading Geelong West 3-5-23.
Fabian's in front. Can he take it? No, he punches the ball down. Murray Payne gets the ball. Got to go around a couple of players, and it's a trip there, and the umpire's seen it, and a free kick there to Murray Payne, and he'd be about 45 metres out from goal.
Legged comprehensively on that occasion, I thought, Murray Payne.
I think so too, Paul. And here's Murray Payne now, as I say, 45 metres out from goal on a slide angle.
Want to put this through, Murray.
30-minute mark of the quarter. There's a kick from Murray Payne. It's offline once again. And goal umpire says, oh, okay, out of bounds on the full. I don't think he got over there far enough myself, but anyway, no one's disputing the argument. Boundary umpire said it's out of bounds on the full.
Redhead's got the ball.
And Redhead's got the ball. Comes in now, kicks it, and there's the siren. Siren goes at the 31-minute mark of the first quarter, but I think Frankston weren't very impressive in that first quarter, Paul. There was a lot of scrimmages developed, and I think Geelong West could be pretty proud and hold their heads up high because it was a good quarter against that win.
Doesn't look too good at all, though, does it? The ball going for Geelong West over to North. North gets it over in the centre of the ground there to Gibson. Gibson now on his right foot down to the forward line. Morrissey punches the ball away for Geelong West. Martin's in there as well as a scramble of players. It's knocked out by Gilbert. Geelong player is tripped and will take the free kick, and that player is, of course, Crutchfield. Crutcher, as they call him down on the farm in sheep season, has got the ball. Crutchfield now on the half-forward line.
Was a stretcher coming out there for Peter Bardole, but he's on his feet now, but he's not moving too well. He's going to move around. He's moving around.
Crutchfield comes in now on the right foot. Kicks a big shot to goal. Let's come back in with a win. That's a lovely goal, Geelong West. Umpire's hat goes askew, but he can signal a goal still, and it's a goal to Geelong West. Gusted and so am I. Yates gets the ball now. Comes back along that same side of the ground. Favier sets himself. Ball's punched away into the middle of the ground.
Higgins.
No Frankston players there at all. Higgins has got the ball now. Kicks it out wide for Geelong West. Mark's taken over there.
Berry.
By Berry. Berry's had a shot for goal, and it's bounced through for a goal. And that's a good goal for Geelong West. That takes them to 5 points from Frankston. They've now gone to 5-9-39 Geelong West. They're trailing Frankston 6-8-44. It goes back. There's no one running past. Now he finds Hamill, misses him, gets to Gilbert. They get away with it, Frankston. Gilbert onto a right foot, kicks it down to Eds Bardole, has led for the ball and will take a lovely mark.
Peter Bardole.
Nice mark, Peter Bardole, in front of Andrew North, the blonde. Bardole will now go back.
No, Andrew North's the redhead.
That's right, Andrew North's the redhead. I forgot about that. Redhead's the blonde.
That's right.
So Bardole will now have a shot. He'll be about 36.25 metres out when he kicks it. And he comes to that familiar style. The umpire doesn't move at all, and that's straight through the middle. And by God, wasn't that needed for Frankston.
It's out there to Berry. Berry's onto his left foot, kicks it along towards the boundary line. Nearly hits the Geelong West runner. It's still kept in play, and Boland keeps it in nicely. It's over there to Cross. Cross gets the ball now, can go along towards the goal. It's a torp, big nice torp towards the goal. Can it be touched there on the line or not? It's a goal to Andy Cross. A nice goal to Andy Cross. That was good play there by Glenn Boland to keep that ball in. Everyone stopped.
A little bit of a steal. They did a Ronald Biggs there. The ball looked like it was going out of bounds. Everyone stopped, but Glenn Boland managed to get his hand on the ball, keep it in. Lovely little pass. Kicked the ball over, and a goal was the result from Cross from a long way out. Being a Lou Richards type rover, he had a shot from a long way out and was more than pleased with the result, as would be Jeff Saru. Cross handballs it over quickly to Whitfield. He's beset upon and thrown to the ground. Play on the call, and there's the siren. As Peter Bardole gets it, thank God the siren's gone. The final score at half-time, Frankston 8 goals, 8-56. They're leading Geelong West 5-12-42. In that quarter, Frankston added a meagre 2 goals. Geelong West added 2 goals, 7. They had 9 scoring shots, Geelong West, to Frankston's 2 in that quarter. The play was all theirs. They fully deserved to have got back to the position they have. But that was, particularly the last half of that quarter, was an absolute disgrace for Frankston. They had opportunities to set the play up. They were hassled by Geelong West. They were frustrated, and eventually they just couldn't get away with the ball and couldn't put goals on the board. Better players in that quarter were the 2 boundary umpires. I thought the field umpires did a fair job, and the goal umpires did well also. Goal kickers for Geelong West in the first half: 2 to Shea, 1 to Higgins and Crutchfield, and also Berry. Whilst for Frankston,
Richard Whitfield never added to his tally of 3 goals there, where singles go to Cross, Bardole, Martin, Bingley, and down the bottom we've got Stevie.
On the half-forward line. He's kicked it long towards the square. Over the back with the set was Radojevic, and the mark has been paid to the man in front, who I think is Weizak.
Yes, he's been paid the mark. Good mark there. He was in front.
Front of the
kicking
pack.
Kicking against the wind. That's the place to be, in front of the pack. And he's taken the mark.
Weizak's got the footy, not a long way out.
What, 16.25 metres out from goal? Comes in now onto his right foot.
Probably a centimetre less.
Kicks.
Kicked
and
it
he's
pretty ordinary,
true.
but it's gone through.
That's a goal. That's 6-12, 48 to Geelong West, trailing Frankston 8-10, 58. It's Winter who picks up the ball now, goes across the ground looking for Yates, but no one's there for Geelong West. Who was that player? McMaster it is. He quick hands out to Walpole. Walpole's been smothered underneath. It's over to Redhead, but it's picked up there by Hamill. Hamill goes bang towards the goal, and what's he done?
He's kicked a goal.
Oh, well, this is something different. He's kicked a goal.
Well, I don't believe that. There's a goal there to Frankston, and a lovely snap actually by Hamill on that occasion after a lot of messing around on the far forward line. The Geelong defence were battling away valiantly there, and a succession of errors by them and a succession of errors by Frankston. In the long-term analysis ended up less errors by Frankston. Hamill's had a shot for goal, a quick snap, and kicked it through for a goal as the rain cascades down on the Frankston Oval here this afternoon.
Mark, and he's got two players in the centre of the ground. Who's he going for? He's got Favier and Payne, but Favier picks up the ball now. Can he get to Roger? He doesn't get away Gibson, but he pushes him out of the way and sees Cross down there on the half-forward line. Cross picks up the ball now, can go towards goal and go bang. He tries the torpedo, it doesn't come off. It's over to Bardole. Bardole picks up quickly, shoots for goal, and should have put it through, and it is.
Yes.
It's a goal to Bardole.
Lovely goal by Bardole. Good piece of football by Cross too. He called for the ball through there from Favier. Got the ball. Horrible kick. I don't think you would have been proud of that. Geelong West player went up on his own and for some ungodly reason that he may know, decided to punch the ball away. Stupid football. Frankston were able to take advantage of it, and a goal to Peter Bardole.
Again, not very high. He might have to start throwing it up. Ground's getting a little bit damp. Shea's got the run of the ball now. Onto his left foot. Handballs are quickly over to Morrissey, and Morrissey's going to go bang towards the goal, and he does so, and he's kicked a nice goal, Morrissey. Good play there by Shea.
Well, that just shows you how you can kick goals on the ground. Get the ball out of the centre of the ground and move it quickly with a couple of handballs, and open forward line, and away you run. That's the sort of football that Frankston should be looking at playing with their
Crank picks up the ball now, tries quickly, kicks quickly over to Murray Payne, who quickly in turn handballs over to Horner. Horner picks up the ball now and sees Richard Whitfield in the goal square, and Richard Whitfield's taken a mark after some scrappy play there, Paul.
Yeah, they forced the ball forward, Frankston. They kept trying and trying, I guess.
And he's put him on some ridiculous angle. I thought you're supposed to put him on an angle where the ball come from. God.
On a bad angle, but should be able to kick that Richard Whitfield.
And I think he has. He has to.
So that's a great goal to Richard Whitfield. They go on now, Frankston, to 12-11-77. They're leading Geelong West 7-14-56.
Quickly from Jeff Saru. Handballs over to Hamill. Hamill down head on. Payne and both Bardole. Both spoiler marking the ball towards the boundary line. Tapped underneath there by Bardole. Bardole over to Payne, and Payne goes bang towards the goal. Can it be a goal? I think it might have been. He's put one hand up. It's a goal. It's a goal by Murray Payne. After that scrimmage there where Murray Payne tried to take the mark, it bounced off his chest. Bardole tried to keep the ball in, which he did nicely, and tapped it through his legs over to Payne, and Payne's gone banging it straight through for a goal to Frankston. Take Frankston under 12-12-90 to Geelong West 7-14-56.
Towards the middle of the ground where Weizak's got it. Weizak onto a right boot, down to centre half forward almost. Missed completely by Raven. Hamilton's got the ball. He handballs it over to Crutchfield. Crutchfield's dummied around a player, gone back and had a shot. Man in the square off his own is Joe Radojevic.
There's his first goal.
He kicks an easy one, does Joe Radojevic. Completely unsettled, unbalanced, uninformed, unhappy Frankston defence. Goal to Joe Radojevic. Bad play by Frankston. Geelong West now go on to 8-14. That's 62 points in the old. They're trailing Frankston 12-12-84.
Higgins falls over at the crucial. It's taken there with a quick handball with Geelong West by Todd over to Gibson. Gibson with a king handball over to Shea. Shea picks up the ball and handballs quickly over to Gibson, who in turn hands the ball back, kicks the ball down, and it's taken there by McMaster. And McMaster's about 30 or no, a bit more than that, probably about 45, 50 metres out from goal, directly in front. And he's against this strong wind. He's got to kick the slipper right into this one, and he does. And I tell you what, he's kicked it pretty straight too. That's a goal to McMaster. And that's good play by Geelong West now.
No, he won't. He'll throw it. Up it goes. Saru knocks it down. Crashing through the middle of the pack there for Geelong West with Shea, who goes bang and kicks a goal. No, yes it is. It's a goal.
It is a goal.
It's a goal of Geelong West. They're now only 10 points behind Frankston, and that's Shea's third goal. He's kicked 3 now for Geelong West. And again, perseverance and persistence against the wind. Geelong West are moving the ball forward, pushing it down. They're making as many mistakes as Frankston are, but they believe if the ball's in their forward line, they've got a chance, putting immense pressure on the Frankston back line. It's been going for Frankston. Anyway, from the back line, up comes the ball.
There's the siren.
Before there's a chance for any more areas, the siren's gone, and at 3/4 time, Frankston are 12 goals 12, which is 84 points, leading Geelong West 10-14, 74 points.
Everyone said that Geelong West coming down here might have been an easy game for Frankston, but I tell you what, it hasn't turned out like that. Like Geelong West are playing good football. They've got players that are running and prepared to run. They're going to the open spaces. Berry, who absolutely been brilliant all day, has created the open space and given a lot of drive there from the centre. And you've got players like Gibson, Yates, who's contesting with Jeff Saru in the centre of the ground. You've got Radojevic moving around the half-forward line. Shea's playing very well on the half-forward line against Martin. And I think that this particular stage, Jeff Saru's got to be very, very worried at three-quarter time. Geelong West are going to come home with probably a 4 or 5 goal win. They've kicked that against the win. I think Frankston might be in a little bit of trouble coming up to this last quarter. I hope not. 10 points of difference. We'll be back with you shortly for the start of the all-important last quarter.
Desperation in that Frankston defence all of a sudden now.
Yes, that's very true, Paul. There's a throw in now. Casper again, Yates. No one really gets a tap out there. It stacks on the mill once again, but he's given it.
No, it's Higgins, sorry. Higgins will be getting the kick for a push.
I don't know why.
It's a Tiggy Touchwood one, but he's got the kick, Higgins.
It'll be a free kick there to Higgins, and he'd be about 35 metres out, and a goal to Geelong West here will really give them something to really fight for. Here's a kick now. It's long. It's over to one side.
Might have fallen in, I think.
Might have fallen in, it has. And it's a goal there to Higgins. And Geelong West players are going up, patting him on the backside and saying, well done, because you got your body in first. And Frankston, it's only 4 points in front of Geelong West, 12-12-84. Lead Geelong West 11-14, I think the score is. 80, 4 points of difference. And Geelong West are coming home with this 5-6 goal breeze at this particular stage. Picks it up. Taps the ball down to Todd. Todd can't gather the ball up, and Cross tries to. Bardole tries to. It's tapped out there by...
They all try to.
Redhead, who was the blonde. Picked up there by Hamill. Hamill goes towards the goal, and it's a goal! And without me saying very much more, it's about bloody time.
Well, everybody had a little shot there. Everyone had a touch. Everyone had a try. Finally, Stevie Hamill had a try. He had a couple of yards on his nearest opponent and kicked a goal. Thank God for that. They sneak away. Frankston now going to 13-12 Frankston, which is 90 points. That's 10 points in front of Geelong West, who are 11-14-80. And by God, you're right, Kevin, they needed that goal. It's become a desperation game for Frankston. Back in the centre of the ground, the ball comes to the umpire. Saru will be rucking. The back ball want to play on the call. Picked up for Geelong West, though, there by Cranch. Sylvester Cranch kicks the ball down to the full forward line. In the middle to take the mark all on his own. He's been paid. This is a sensation. Higgins has been paid the mark for being nudged in the back of the head. Lucky work, Geelong West. Bad play, Frankston. Damien Breeze, hang your head. That was serious, silly play.
Yes, it was silly play there by Damien. As I said, I didn't see it. You called it, Paul, and obviously it was on the camera. So therefore, Damon against you, and the ball's been coming down up the ground now. It's back down, and it's towards Higgins, who's in the similar position to what he was before. He's about 25 metres out and kicks truly, and it's a goal. And it's a goal to their Geelong West, and that's another one there to Higgins, who kicked the last goal for them, and that brings Geelong West back within 4 points of Frankston, 13-12. 90 to 12-14, 86.
Up, gives it to Bingley. Bingley's got the ball now. In the back, play on. Oh, he's been grabbed, Bingley. Holding the ball will be the result.
Great tackle there by Shea.
Shea's got the footy for Geelong West. He's kicked over the middle and found Berry.
And Berry, probably where
Berry's taken the mark.
Todd's on his own. Todd's on his own there at centre forward. Picked up now. There's a short pass to Radojevic coming forward, and he's taken the mark. Oh, my God. Frankston, what are you doing? Okay, Radojevic's got the ball now, and he's on the right side of the ground being a left footer, and he's about 45-50 metres out from goal. He's already kicked one goal for the day. Comes in now. Kicks. He's kicked through the ball. I think he's put it through. It has for his second. And that's a second goal to Radojevic, and that's after bad play from Frankston. They had everything coming down the forward line there for Frankston. There was no one leading for Frankston. It's run in the hands of Geelong West players about 2 or 3 times. And Geelong West cleared pretty easy. Coming down the ground, Radojevic's taking the mark, kicked the goal, and that's his second. And that takes Geelong West to a
7-point lead. Kevin,
a 7-point lead.
97 to Frankston 13-12-90. They've had 7 more scoring shots. They fully deserve their lead.
Ball out to Fabian. Fabian, quick handball over to Horner. Horner in turn over to Hamill. Hamill picks up. Horner's backing up nicely. Gets around one. Over to Cross. Cross got to go bang to goal with the left foot. And he's kicked a behind. Well, let's the score for Frankston. It's down that end.
Frankston now going to 13-13-91. That's a goal or a straight kick. They've added 1-1 Frankston this quarter, but Geelong West have added 3 goals 5.
And we're at the 18-minute mark of the last quarter.
And is. Play on is the call as Shea takes the kick. He moves the ball down, and all on his own there, I think, is Cratchfield. Cratchfield's kicked the ball down to full forward, and Grant O'Reilly's taken a mark. He plays on. He knows the importance. He's found Boland. Boland's got the footy. He's got no one to go to. He's bounced it once. He's drawn a player. Over it goes to Saru. The handball's too long for Saru. Will the ball bounce up for him? No, it won't. He picks it up, though, and handball's over to Gilbert. Gilbert's got the ball. Handball's over now to O'Brien. The ball's too long for him, but it bounces up. He eludes one tackle. Not two, but he's grabbed too high.
Too high.
He's grabbed too high. And there's a let off there for Frankston. O'Brien's been grabbed too high. Back he goes. There's a goal of difference. The lead's there from Bardole. The chipping in is
Scott Bingley.
Scott Bingley.
Now Scott's going to have a shot here.
He has no choice but to have a shot, Scott. Very important for a lad playing his second game. He's got to kick a goal to square the match for Frankston.
Scott Bingley, ex-Camberwell player, has got to be something like about 25, 30 metres out from goals. Coming in now, he's a left footer. Comes in now, what's he done? I think he's put it through. Scores a level! Scores a level! 98 apiece, 13-14, 14-14, 98, 13-20, 98.
All of a sudden the game's
I tell you what, it's 27-minute mark in this quarter, Paul.
The meagre crowd has come to light. Frankston have now got to get down there and get another point or a goal or a score and keep Geelong West out. It's 14-14, 98 to 13-20, the same score. Frankston have really been lucky to struggle their way to a lead, and can they hold on? Down goes the ball in the centre of the ground. Saru goes up, a big thump by Saru, straight to Bardole, kicks the ball almost straight up in the air. The mark's been taken by Gilbert. Gilbert will go back and take a kick now.
Kick it along, Gilbert, kick it along!
Kick it along, he said, and he did. Its ball's gone right down. It's up to Whitfield there now. He can't take the ball. And there's
it's a draw!
It's a draw!
That's a draw!
Frankston have drawn with Geelong West here today. Frankston 14-14-98 have drawn with Geelong West 13-20-98. The players can't believe it. They're standing around stunned. Jeff Saru is walking off the ground not believing it himself. The meagre crowd outside can't believe it. Inside, I don't know how you're feeling. But Frankston have drawn the game. They've got completely out of jail. They were gone. And in the last quarter, they've come back, kicked that final goal by Scott Bingley to draw the game.
Well, I can honestly say, Paul, at this particular stage, I know the game's all over, but this particular stage, I say, Frankston, we're lucky to get out with a draw. Let's be happy with a draw, because Geelong West, to their credit, and you got to give them credit, Paul. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, they've come in here. It's their first game for something like for 5 weeks. They've come back today. They've got a group of players. The whole players, Yates, they've got Radojevic, they've got Kranick that come back, they've got Gibson that's been there for a long time, and those players were credit to Geelong West today. They played very good football. Frankston also played good football in patches, but today was a very, very scrappy play. Like, I mean, you look at Geelong West side, I mean, you had those players in Kranick down there, Gibson, number 7, you had Yates in the ruck all day, changing with number 28, and Wyzek. And to credit to them, Berry, I thought, number 37 for Geelong West, a great player. To Frankston, I think they've got to regroup after today's play. If you look at Frankston's team today, there was a lot of good players down. All right, we might miss a couple of players that are out injured at the moment, but the players themselves that played well today, they could probably hold their head high, but there's a lot of players that were really down, Paul, and I really mean that, and I don't really think it was a good game for Frankston.
No, well, I think Frankston are very lucky to get away with 2 points, to be quite honest. And whilst there are players out injured, There aren't a lot that are away, and the side was, compared to previous week, was pretty strong. Geelong West, though, just attacked the footy. They were very, very desperate. They kept going after the ball all day, and they thoroughly deserved their draw, and they were very unlucky not to win. They got a terrific ovation off the ground from their small band of supporters over the far side, and that was thoroughly deserved. Frankston will certainly have to regroup, as you said. We thought that last week the Sandringham game might have put them back in a bit of form. Well, they did. They got away with a draw. Next week they've got Preston at Preston. That's going to be a tough encounter. Back to the drawing board for Jeff Saru and the other co-selectors to have a look at what's going on. They're going to have to look very carefully at the